Hey, it's Amy. I thought I'd show you how this layout came together from start to finish. I had already hand sewn the chasing and done the watercolor splotch underneath when I decided to shoot a video. This is a photo that's a 5 by 5 and here are two that are 4 by 6s. All right, so I've got this watercolor set from Michaels and I get asked about it a lot. It's actually a very inexpensive set by Artist Loft and I think it's exclusive to Michaels. There's a few different variations of this particular set, and I like this one the best because of the different colors that come along with it. As you can see, I'm just adding some water and this nice aqua color to the page, and I'm just randomly putting it down. This is a Royal 2 brush, and I know that because it just says Royal 2 on it. I think it came in a mixed pack of brushes that were fairly inexpensive. I'm going to be writing with my brush and these watercolors. What I recommend to people who are just starting out is just practice and experiment with different sizes and see what you find most comfortable. I definitely think it takes a lot of trial and error and practice to get the hang of it. But the nice thing about it is you're not making a huge investment in the watercolor set or the brushes if you find inexpensive ones that you can kind of play around with. All right, so I've got this title down. It says, "We Find Joy in Chasing the Sun." And I've grabbed these alpha stickers. I want to show you how this case holds itself in. I've got these other ones too, and what I like about these the most is the fact that they're translucent. Okay, so it's great for layering, basically. I'm going to trim these photos down, and I don't worry about measuring. I just want them to be smaller, so I'm kind of guessing and seeing what I think looks best. This is my favorite Fiskars trimmer, and it always stays on my desk. It's also portable, but I like to keep this one at home, and I have a smaller one that I take with me to different events. Okay, so I'm just moving these photos around to see where they go best. I'm going to take this piece of paper from the stitch line and cut these flowers out. Because I'm fussy cutting them, I just want to get them off of the larger sheet so that I can take my scissors and go around the detailed edges easier. All right, so I won't make you watch the whole thing, but basically I'm just taking my scissors and going around, leaving a slight border. Here's a 6 by 6 pad from Stitched. I'm flipping through it and just kind of looking through some scraps to see which ones I want to use for some layering. When I go through this process, I really just try to see what catches my eye and try different things. It doesn't always work out, but I don't add adhesive until I know that I'm ready to commit to the paper, so it's not that big of a deal. I change my mind a lot too, so I might tear something out that I won't use for this particular project, but then I'll just stick it back into this book and have it loose. The fun thing about layering is you can add a lot of different patterns and colors and dimension. And another thing I definitely want to include are these stickers. They're craft stickers from my Stitched collection as well. I'm going to see where this goes, and I think it will go up here. Stickers are a little different to work with because once you stick them down, you've committed. And I also want to use this one. But I'm not sure if I want to use the whole thing, so I may just set it aside and figure it out. All right, I'm ready to adhere this down. So I've taken my tape runner, lifted up that part, and because I want that watercolor to show, I've just moved it over to the right a little bit. I'm going to stick this part down and lift up and just add a little bit more adhesive under there. And here is the adhesive I'm putting onto the photo and placing it right there. Okay, so I'm figuring out where to put this floral that I've cut out, and it looks pretty good over there, but I feel like I need another something on this side to balance out the yellow that's in the flowers. I've got this washi tape that I'm just tearing off and sticking down. I've got this other one too from Chamel's camera holder. This is actually a holder from Already Memories, which I get asked about a lot too. It holds a lot of rolls of washi tape, and these that I'm using right now are by MT. And now I can also put down the letters to finish off the title. I love that these are translucent because you can see the pattern below it. All right, now for some stamping. This cloud set was actually already on the acrylic block, so I'm just including it. This is from one of my older sets of stamps with American Crafts. Now I've got these Neat and Tangled and Aha art sets that I want to incorporate as well. So I'm taking this cloud one by Neat and Tangled, and I'm using the Viridian archival ink from Ranger and stamping it down. I like to pick up different colors that kind of coordinate and match with what I have already on the layout. So I'm taking this yellow ink and I'm going to stamp this sun from the Aha art set somewhere. I just can't figure out where. All right, so I'm going to try over here. There, that looks really cool actually. All right, so that was Saffron by Ranger, and now I've got to put this flower somewhere. It looks pretty good right there. Add some adhesive to the back and stick it down. Okay, so for this craft sticker, I still don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to take these mini puffy stickers and play around and see if I can use some of them. I've got 2 packs of the same because I realized that I couldn't find one, and then I used some from a different pack, and then I opened a new one. So anyway, they're great to have doubles of, I found, because there's only one Dream a Little Bigger in each pack. All right, so I want to include this craft sticker, but I'm going to cut it down and just use the top banner part and then carefully peel it and stick it to my layout. I think it looks best over here. All right, to offset the flowers over there, I'm going to take this piece that's already got a straight edge. I like to use a lot of my paper. I don't like to have too many scraps laying around that aren't being used. And I try to throw away smaller pieces, but I like to get the most out of my paper if I can. So I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm getting my brush nice and wet with water and this white watercolor. And I'm filling in this cloud, as you can see. Now, this was something that I just decided to do because I thought that it would look better to kind of pop a little bit more. All right, so the more you put on, the thicker it becomes, and it becomes a little bit more opaque. But I still love how you can see the pattern through it. If you used acrylic or something else, you probably wouldn't be able to see the dots as well. All right, so I'm adding some journaling with my American Crafts Precision Pen. This is a .03, I believe, and I love the thickness of it, so I'm just finishing it off down here. And I've decided that I wanted to offset that watercolor up there in the corner for the title. I'm just going to put an XO down here. Okay. I think it needs some stamping. And I found this one from Neat and Tangled that actually fits perfectly on this little craft sticker. So it says, "Together we find joy in chasing the sun." Okay, back to some finishing touches. I want to add this heart up here, over here, and down here. Okay, so it looks done, but then I decided to take this Tim Holtz Distress Paint and one of my little Instagram wood frames, and I've got this beautiful color, which is cracked pistachio, and I'm just painting it very easily. I love how nice it is. So once it dries, I'm just adhering it right over this photo here. So I hope you enjoyed watching this layout come together, and if you want to find more creative inspiration, please visit my website, amytangerine.com. Thanks so much for watching.